Hello everyone, Emilio here from Cornerstone Music Gear. Today I want to talk to you about a pedal that left a deep mark in the history of Cornerstone. A pedal that originally combined two fundamental circuits for us, the Gladio SC and the Antique. It stepped in right after we discontinued the dual-channel Gladio in December 2022, and also it quickly became a beloved successor. So, without spending too much time in intros, please welcome the new Imperium V2. Let's start from the beginning. The original Imperium V1, as I said, was born as a fusion between two of our most important pedals, the Gladio SC and the Antique. Two very different voices, the Gladio giving you the classic amp-like clarity and transparent tone, and the Antique delivering that creamy mid-push tone with a classic screamer saturation. Used on their own, they offer refined low gain and really nice crunch tone. But when stuck together, that is where the magic happens. They turn into a full-on rock machine. That combination defined the original Imperium V1, and it quickly proved to be a worthy successor of the dual-channel Gladio. Throughout its life cycle, up until production ended in May 2024, we received tons of love for the Imperium, but also many feedbacks and questions. The most frequently asked one was, why don't you add 4 jacks so that we can use the two sides independently? So here it is, the new Imperium V2. With all the features you love, with the improvements you asked for, but the main improvement is the one you asked for, the 4 jacks. This is something many of you had asked for over the years, and we actually listened. Let's talk a little bit about the Antique side. If you've already used the individual pedals, you probably know this, but I really want to remind you why each side is truly special, even on its own. On the Antique side, 2 controls in particular make the difference, the presence and the comp. Most people think the Antique is a tube screamer inspired, and that's true, of course, but a stock tube screamer has higher compression and a pretty dark high end. That's essentially the Antique with a comp up and presence all the way down. But here's the key. When you play live with a band, the presence in the upper mids become critical, especially to cut through a mix with the bass, drums, and even maybe with keys. That's why we added the presence control. It lets you open up the top end, bringing back your brightness that makes your tone actually heard. Combine that with the less compressed setting, and the pedal literally opens up. More volume, more touch sensitivity, more air. You just don't get a thicker sound. You get a more expressive one. On the Gladio side, it almost needs no introduction, but let me say a few words about the clean control, which truly sets it apart. Unlike a classic blend knob that just mixes between full clean and full overdrive, here the overdrive stays constant, stays the same all the time, and you simply add the clean signal on top of the overdrive. What that does is retain the punch, the attack, and the uncompressed character of your clean tone, especially in the low end. This is a massive advantage, especially when you want your guitar to hit harder without getting mushy. Now let's talk about these 4 jacks we added. These allow you to use the 2 sides of the pedal independently, just as they were independent pedals. This is extremely useful. If you're using a looper switcher and you want to place other effects in between the 2 channels, for example, you might want to insert a modulation effect or even an octave fuzz right in between the Antique and the Gladio, which actually opens up to an entirely new creative space. as I said, the real magic of the Imperium is when you stack both sides together, the Antique and the Gladio. You get a sound that can span from smooth lead tones to full hard rock. Even with both channels on, roll back your guitar volume or lighten your touch, and the sound cleans up beautifully. That's huge, actually, because in my philosophy, dynamics is everything. And this is why I love including a compression control on basically all our drive pedals. So yes, this is the Imperium V2, more versatile than ever, especially because it's not just two drives in one box anymore. It's literally two drives, even independent. And to me, this is actually what evolution sounds like. Thank you very much for watching. I can't wait for you to try it. And if you have any question or you just want to get in touch, drop a comment down below. And thank you again. Ciao.